Good. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you everyone for being here and those watching on TV. As far as the mayor's report, I hope everybody had good holidays. Want to wish everybody a happy new year. The year has started out very nice so far, weather-wise. The only other thing, I just wanted to take a moment and recognize Lucas and Andrea Snyder. You know, they had to deal with the loss of their only son, Jack, and but they've started the Jack Charles Snyder Foundation, and they're working with the Gasconade County R1 School District, and they made an announcement of plans to construct a new agricultural education center for students. This new building will be among the top ag educational FAA facilities in any public school district in the nation. I think it's an awesome thing that they're doing. It's under the circumstances that they're doing it, but I just wanted to say thank you for doing this in the memory of their son, Jack. Anyway, City Administrator's report.
Okay. I'm going to start off by making a correction to my last report. I had reported that 6 months in we were 3% down year to date over last year. So each month when I report to you, last year we were getting marijuana tax, and it's included in that money. So every month I would back that out before I would give you the report. So when I did the 6 month total, I failed to do that. So when I did that, we're actually 2% over last year to date. So that's good news. However, our January deposit that we just received is down from last year's by $11,000. But last year's amount was unusually large. So I'm not worried. These things, that's why that 6 month number is a better target, because they fluctuate so much month by month, you know, penalties or big customers paying late or whatever that might be. And I haven't gotten the report. The state website was having problems into last week, so I haven't gotten the report to try to. I might be able to surmise some kind of difference, but wanted to get that out there. So it has been a month since we met. So shortly after our last meeting was the MRPC TAC meeting, where representatives from the 8 counties in our region get together to prioritize our projects on the state system. So my assignment for Gasconade County was to advocate for our Hermann flooding issues. And that project did make it into the high priority list. The county bridges and the turn lane in Owensville made it into the medium priority list. So the high priority list are the items that kind of go on to a second round. Our long-awaited TAP sidewalk grant, that's been a very long process. And that again is the sidewalk repairs on the 200 block of East 4th Street and some areas on the 100 block. That has gone out to bid. There'll be a pre-bid meeting on the 21st of this month and bid opening on the 4th. So that's looking like springtime. We'll actually see those sidewalks. So that's exciting. Also, just before I was walking down here, got an email from the gentleman who was here from Archer Engineering, Caleb, who is working on our street project. They are ready to send that to bid probably this week. So that will be moving forward as well. And speaking of streets, Jesse and Travis and I were talking about how this year we would like to try to do a street workshop at the front end of the budget instead of the back end. Last year we were scrambling, making some changes at the end and finding it difficult to get the estimates together and things in time for the budget. So, would like to plan a street workshop. I'm thinking, if it works for you all, the first February meeting is February 9th, and if we did that like an hour in advance, like at 6 p.m., would that be suitable? I do still need to just check that with Travis, and Jesse looks like he's gonna say something.
Do we know what their bid duration is? I know Travis was wanting to make sure we had the bids back so that we knew what we were going to anticipate using out of this
Oh.
budget.
Oh, before we have a workshop, so much,
Correct.
well, okay, if you really wanna.
Which we could plan it tentatively and we'll have that answer Wednesday.
So, let me read this real quick. No, February 11th. I was trying to do it on that first meeting because I know you're going to be on.
On the second, yeah.
Yeah. But we might have to have it without you. So, that's to kind of iron down to depending how much money we'll have.
Right.
Let me get back with you. So we'll do it one of those 2 February meetings. Last thing I want to tell you all is that after the trolley accident last year, there were some inquiries by people to the state about reducing the speed limit out on Highway 100 West. And so I have been emailing back and forth with some representatives from MoDOT for a couple months. They've been studying the issue. And they are going to recommend that we lower the speed limit there from the existing city limit sign going west to the actual city limits. So here's the snafu. Let me explain that a little bit. So the state can only put a city limit sign at the area where the city owns property on both sides of the road. So that is where the current city limit sign is, which is just past like codes, right? The real city limits is actually just past Victorian Manor. So that has been a little bit of the snafu. But anyway, it'll be between those 2 points that they want to lower it from 55 to 45 miles an hour and put up new signage. And so they want to try to coordinate with us kind of simultaneously. We need to redo our ordinance for the speed limit with about the same time that they do their signs. And so I've had Dave in the loop a little bit. So I'm just kind of giving you a heads up that that'll be coming down the pike relatively soon.
So we can put a speed limit on state highway?
So that's, we have it in our ordinance currently. Yeah.
55 in front of,
It says that extends all the way to the city limit border is how our ordinance reads currently.
But the state's going to institute from Victorian Manor to the edge of Village Plaza.
Yes, reduce it from 55 to 45. Yeah. No, because we looked at this and pulled out the piece of the ordinance that said that the city limits before it. Technically, we enforce the speed limit all the way to the city limit line, but that's something what we're looking into is we reached out to Kevin, our prosecutor, and he was a little iffy about enforcing if the city limit sign is here and the real city limits is here, that enforcement there. Yeah, so we're working on that detail, and we really need to reach out to, who would that be then? Highway Patrol, county, who would actually, if we're not going to enforce it.
Yeah, it's up to the state patrol and county to enforce it.
Yeah.
That's certain limit.
We need to, let's have a conversation. Can you initiate having a conversation with them about that little stretch?
Yeah, I can speak to them.
Okay. So, like I said, that all has to do with the fact that the city does not own property on both sides of the highway. Which is why our true city limits is out past Victorian, but our city limit sign is by the old codes building. Anyway, we got some time to work out those details and things, but I just wanted to give you a heads up that the state did say they wanna do that, so I'll be coming down the pipe. And that's all I had.
Okay. Public Works?
Parks has been working on repair of picnic tables. They've also been cutting back all the ornamental grasses around town for the fall. They've also been taking down the Christmas lights and decorations that they put out this year. Electric has been working on some new pipe vaults and junctions on Gillard in preparation for a new residence that's going in. They replaced all the street lights downtown finally, all the ones that we had. I think we've still got 6 out. Those came in, but not, I think, by the end of the week after our last meeting. We got all those down, and the week after Christmas, the salesman stopped by and grabbed them and sent them back. Hopefully the turnaround on these isn't near as long as the last one. And then the gas department's been swamped with locates related to the Port Authority projects. They've also been rebuilding some meter sets. On the water side, they had a couple main breaks. They made repairs accordingly. We ended up having to call in MRWA. They've got basically a giant stethoscope. I don't know how else to explain it. What we ran into was we had one water main pop up down by the pool. They made repairs and fixed that water main, and water started flooding in the ditch from the side. So they excavated that direction and found a 4-inch main that was replaced at some point that they left open, so they didn't cap that main. So at that point, we knew we had a water leak somewhere else, but we didn't know where. So they capped that, and then it popped up like a week later over by VFW. Found the exact same thing, another 4-inch main cut off. They didn't cap it. So we ended up finding where it was cut off, and there was a break next to where it was cut off, and it was basically putting water into that pipe. So a thank you to our membership of MRWA to let us get that done effectively. The sewer department has cleaned some sewer mains and did some camera inspections to investigate a backup we had a few weeks ago. And then last Friday, they replaced a 20-foot section of broken sewer main. The water department has also, I forgot to mention that, they also made some connections on new main on Schiller last week. We're hoping the weather keeps up like it has been and we can get back on that. Street department has been working with this warm weather. They've been patching potholes when they can and covering up the water leak cutouts that were made around the swimming pool in Washington Street. They also covered up the sewer main cutouts. They've been doing maintenance on the tractors and mowers during the rain and cold days, and they've started taking down some trees for the trim grant this year. So just so everybody's aware, there will be some trees on city property that are coming down. The vast majority of these trees are either in decline or already dead. The only trees that are healthy that we are removing are Bradford pear trees, and that's kind of to benefit the Department of Conservation. They want Bradford pears eliminated as they're an invasive species. So we'll be removing those that are on city property, and they will be replaced, if not this year, next year in the trim grant. That's all I got.
Are those run through the tree commission?
Oh, yeah, everything, the whole trim
Say
grant.
that on
Yeah, the whole trim grant runs through the tree commission.
So they approved the trees that are coming down.
Correct. They actually recommended them all. And John Fleming, who is the tree guru, is the one that did the inventory on them. So I have full faith in his opinion on those trees.
Anybody have any questions? Thank you, sir. New business, we'll move on to ordinance.
All right, first, bill number 2026-01. An ordinance to approve an electric distribution system extension agreement by and between the city of Hermann, Missouri and Damhorst Toys and Puzzles, Inc. The agreement's attached and should reflect the understanding of the parties that was reached a few weeks ago.
Any questions? If not, do I have a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve 2026-101.
Motion's made, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Need to read that a second time.
Bill number 2026-01 for second reading, an ordinance to approve an electric distribution system extension agreement by and between the city of Hermann, Missouri and Damhorst Toys and Puzzles, Inc.
Second reading, do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion that bill number 2026-1 second read.
Motion's made, do I have a second?
Second?
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried.
Next is bill number 2026-02 for first reading, an ordinance to approve and to authorize the execution of a consent to lease and easement agreements by and between the city of Hermann, Missouri and Tom Sawyer Solar LLC. So Jesse can, or Tricia can, or I can speak to this. I guess there's a property owner in Audrain County that's reaching a deal with Tom Sawyer Solar to put solar panels in his fields or on his property, and anticipate that they're going to have equipment or facilities or wires or conduits that run into the easement where our natural gas pipeline is, maybe even intersect with it. And so this agreement deals with that and has some detailed instructions as to how deep they need to bury things and how far away from the pipe they need to stay and things like that.
Very good.
But we don't have a map or anything on exactly where.
So we have the work site map, like the area that they're going to be working in, but they don't have the detail on where things are going yet because they haven't got excavation and stuff. They said, I think they anticipate 3 crossings throughout that section of ground. And it's going to be 34 kV in conduit, and it's going to have to run. It won't be probably perpendicular. I'm hoping we can get them to do that. But it'll be probably more like a 30 degree to a 60 degree angle depending on which side of the pipe you're on.
But you have their plans that.
Correct. We have the work site plan. Correct. And they're going to give us, as-built drawings when it's all completed and that.
But I'm thinking before the as-built plans were where exactly is this going to go?
Well, I mean, I know the exact area, like the footprint of the solar field. What they don't know yet is where they're going to actually make their runs going underneath. Basically, they have to connect, because they can't build the solar field over top of our gas line. So they're going to run the solar field down the gas line and stagger them as they go along the easement, the existing easement. And then they're going to have to get in 3 spots underneath from one side of the solar field to the other to tie those together.
And you had changes from the original.
Yeah, this
Correct.
is an amendment from today. We got the 8-foot depth that Jesse wanted to require. We got that put in
You
there.
made these changes or
Correct.
they did?
We did. Basically, the cookie cutter easement document that USDI has only says you need 24 inches of clearance, which is fine. But with us knowing that at some point in the future that line is going to have to be redone and we're going to have to dig across it, and we don't really know what size pipe we're running, anything like that, I wanted plenty of depth. Currently the line's between 3 and 4 feet up there, so that gives us the ability, if they go 8 feet to top a pipe, that gives us the ability to put in a sizable pipe if we want to, and not have to worry about being in anywhere near their
So
facilities.
they're just going to encroach on our easement that we have?
Correct. Yeah, they're just going to bore under. My assumption is that they'll bore it. They'd be crazy not to. But they'll bore underneath the entire width of our easement at 8 feet deep or deeper, and we'll be, our current line will be give or take 4 to 5 feet above that.
But you don't have an actual
No, they don't have any
map,
detail.
well, I know, but you don't have an actual copy of our easement that we have right now
Yeah, oh, I have a
on
picture.
where
I have a picture of it if you want to look at
to
it.
go. Is it the one that Trish sent me today?
Yep.
I sent her that.
Yeah, so the solar field,
And you can pass
But
those out.
that was only on right here.
so the solar field is gonna go all the way on both sides of this. They're gonna.
Jess, do you want to pass those out and then explain it to
Oh, is there a
everybody at
bunch
the
of
same
them?
time? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I know you're checking into it, but
Yeah.
I just for my.
So basically, it looks to me like they're gonna run, because you can see this all on Google Earth, they've already built like 2,700 acres out. These solar panels all run this direction, east to west. And they'll do that on both sides here. And they're gonna go underneath in 3 spots. We don't know exactly where in those areas, but they only have lease on this property owner, and they have no plans to expand past this property owner. Hopefully that stays that way. But we actually have a wider easement through this portion for the construction purposes coming out of the head end right here, because that's the head end of the actual station. So,
And they're gonna be boring.
yeah, they'll bore, I'm hoping I can get them to bore perpendicular to the line. I don't know if I'll be able to accomplish that. They may bore this direction, which gives us more length underneath our easement, but it's either way, if they stay 8 feet, it's not gonna be a huge inconvenience to us either way.
And then there's no fee. They don't pay us anything for this easement.
Not that I'm aware of.
Hey,
I'll explain that to this side of the table too. So basically, the panels will run east to west, this direction, that side, and then the board underneath here
In 3
in
locations.
3 locations.
all right, everybody okay with that? Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll move to approve bill number 2026-02.
Motion's made, do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. We need to do that a second time also.
Bill number 2026-02 for second reading. An ordinance to approve and to authorize the execution of a consent to lease and easement agreements by and between the City of Hermann, Missouri and Tom Sawyer Solar LLC.
For second reading, I need a motion to approve.
Make a motion, bill number 2026-02, second read.
Motion has been made, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. We'll move on to motion. Have a motion to approve our minutes from our last meeting.
I make a motion to approve.
Motion's been made, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Motion to pay our bills.
I move we pay those bills.
Motion has been made, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Appoint Kelsey Mariano as the city clerk. She's served her 6 months as interim clerk. So anyway, do I have a motion to approve Kelsey? She's been doing a very good job.
I make a motion to approve.
Motion is made, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried.
Kelsey, do you have the new sign that you can
We
lift
have
off?
one. Oh, I should have brought it.
Just I was gonna say, I was thinking she was gonna lift it off.
Not yet. We just got to swear her in yet.
Take a magic.
Still has Corey, yeah.
Okay, we need to ratify the hiring of Amy Busking as a purchasing agent. I have a motion to approve the ratification.
Motion to approve.
Motion is made, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Okay, hire Connie Cluppy as accounting clerk administration assistant. I have a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Motion is made. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. And it's time for our Murrah insurance renewal. I have a motion to approve that.
I make a motion to approve.
Motion has been made. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. We're going to declare the Ford Explorer Police Interceptor surplus property. Have a motion to declare that, and so we can put it on Purple Wave.
So moved.
Motion's made. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Liquor license for the Bunker and Barrels.
Yes, sorry, we didn't get the address on there, but that is the former piano bar.
Right. You have a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve.
Motion's made. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. A picnic liquor license for Angel of Hope Memorial Garden fundraiser, May 2nd, 2026.
Motion to approve.
Motion's made. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Public transit license renewal for the Hermann Trolley 201 East First Street. Motion to approve that.
I'll move to approve.
Motion's made. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Vehicle for hire license renewal for the Hermann Trolley at 201 East First Street. Have a motion to approve that.
I make a motion to approve.
Motion's made. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Special event application for the Hermann Area District Hospital Red Heart Walk, various streets and sidewalks, February 5th, 2026. Motion to approve that.
So
Motion to
moved.
approve.
Motion made. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Amended special event application for Touch of Hope Foundation, vendors, music, and food at the amphitheater, June 27, 2026. Amended to request blocking off 5 to 6 parking spots along the amphitheater fence on Gutenberg for food trucks and vendors, and change of the event date.
And they are going to be using the amphitheater, correct?
Correct. That's what it says on the application, yeah.
Would make one thing that should probably be amended on the amended is on the second page, item number 10. It said, they got down June the 6th, the original date. That should be changed to June the 27th.
Right.
With that being amended, I
Yep.
vote pass.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve that, then?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Got no reports. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Motion's made. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for watching and being here.